What's up guys, Mickle here, and in my opinion, there is only one real threat to Ripple and XRP dominating our future financial system, and that is the big banks creating their own settlement layer. In this video, I want to share with you why I do not think that is going to happen. It is so important to understand things like this because it's going to make you so much more confident in your investment when you understand why XRP is so uniquely positioned to dominate our future financial system. In this video, I want to break that down, but towards the end of the video, I want to talk about where is the ruling from Judge Torres. We have some very interesting analysis from Ashley Prosper on when we should expect a decision from Judge Torres. Now, obviously, no one knows the exact date, but this should at least give us a better idea of how much longer it could last. Make sure to stick around to the end of the video to see that. You are not going to want to miss it. Like always, your support means so much to this channel. Make sure to take a second and like this video and subscribe to the channel. It's really going to help me out so much. Also, if you ever need a good place to buy some XRP or the Flare token, make sure to check out my link for Uphold down in the description of this video. With that said though, let's jump right into it, and I hope you guys enjoy the content. So I want to start this video out and just really talk about why XRP is in such a unique position to really become the new settlement layer for a brand new financial system. Now, it's important to note that I really do think the biggest competition out there is the big banks, the central banks, and the large commercial banks, and I really don't think it's other cryptocurrencies. And the main reason I don't think it's other cryptocurrencies is because if we do go into a future where cryptocurrencies are a critical aspect of that financial system, and I really do think we are headed towards that future, well, I already think Ripple and XRP have their place carved out in that future. I have not seen a single cryptocurrency with the level of institutional adoption that XRP has. Ripple really has done an outstanding job of showing financial institutions the power of cryptocurrency and how to integrate it into their business. Ripple has done an outstanding job of going to these different institutions and making cryptocurrencies work for them. I think the best example of this is just looking at a product like ODL. Banks wanted to use cryptocurrency to move money around the world faster, but they didn't want to hold cryptocurrency. So Ripple created the product ODL and used XRP as a bridge, but made it so financial institutions never had to actually hold XRP. They could just use it as liquidity to send stablecoins through. This is the kind of engineering genius that a company needs to have in order to create mass adoption in our traditional financial system. And I don't see a single other cryptocurrency company out there that is even close to what Ripple's doing. Therefore, if we really do go into this future, where I think we are headed, where cryptocurrencies are a critical aspect of building this new financial system, then I think XRP is in no doubt going to play a very critical part in it. Now, with all that said, there is a possible future we could go into where cryptocurrencies are not a critical part, and instead we just have centralized systems. I want to break down why I don't think that's going to happen, and I actually think it's almost impossible that future will play out. So I want to start off and really go off a tweet thread by Lord Vendetta because this thing is absolutely awesome. He tweeted out, "There is no chance JPM coin will reach mass adoption because other banks and financial institutions aren't interested in using it. JPM coin is centralized, XRP is decentralized. JPM coin is controlled by JP Morgan, XRP is controlled by nobody, and it's a level playing field." Well, is Citi going to use JP Morgan coin? Is Bank of America going to use JP Morgan coin? What about PNC? The answer is no. They will never use a bank coin. Banks don't trust each other. By having a neutral digital asset XRP that no one controls, we can eliminate trust from the system. Onyx is a settlement layer for JPM coin. A bank creating its own stablecoin risks recreating the very problem that DLT is supposed to solve. JPM coin relies on a closed network which has nothing innovative about it. Banks need an independent digital asset to enable truly efficient settlement, and XRP is the best positioned for that role. It goes back to the fundamentals of what makes digital assets unique and special. They are universal currencies, meaning anyone can use them as units of value anywhere in the world. That universality gives digital assets global reach and the ability to settle much faster than traditional assets. The JPM coin isn't money per se. It's a digital coin representing United States dollars held in designated accounts at JP Morgan Chase. In short, JP Morgan coin always has value equivalent to $1. Wait a minute, that's just a US dollar. The JP Morgan coin also presents a massive issue around interoperability. The JPM coin is only transferable between accounts at JP Morgan, and it only works when you're moving from JP Morgan account to JP Morgan account in dollar denominated units with a one-to-one backing. What I'm trying to point out here and what Lord Vendetta is showing us is that what JP Morgan is doing doesn't actually solve any problems. They are introducing a coin to an ecosystem that doesn't need a coin. JP Morgan can already instantly move money around all JP Morgan accounts. It is simple because it's all in one centralized server. But that doesn't solve anything. That brings us all the way back to square one. What XRP is doing is revolutionary compared to this. It is not even on the same playing field. Unless you think that every single bank in the entire world is all going to agree to use JP Morgan coin and start setting up accounts at JP Morgan, then this strategy is never going to work. It does not make any sense that every single bank would trust JP Morgan because they never have. We are headed to a future where banks don't have to trust each other. We are heading to a future where countries don't have to trust each other. And the only way to do that is to have neutral assets and neutral settlement layers. This is why XRP is so uniquely positioned to the future we are heading into. What these centralized companies are doing isn't actually unique. It recreates the same problem with a coin in it, but it doesn't actually solve the problems that a distributed ledger can. I hope this makes sense, and I hope this gives you a better understanding of why I think XRP has such a unique position already carved out in the future financial system we are heading towards. So I want to finish this video off and talk about why in the world this case is still going on, why it's taking so long. I know this has shocked a lot of people, including myself. I cannot believe this thing is still dragging along. I want to start off and just show you a quick clip of John Deaton talking about why it's taking so long, but then transition it into a very interesting tweet by Ashley Prosper, where she actually breaks down some similar trials Judge Torres was in, breaks down some dates that give us an idea of how she has ruled in the past, so at least we will know, are we close to her typical rulings? Are we past that? Are we before it? Listen up to this, and then we'll break down exactly when we should finally get a ruling.
This decision gets bigger and bigger. So I just want you to think about those of you out there who are thinking about this. Why hasn't she ruled yet? What I doubt very seriously that Judge Torres has ever felt the pressure that she's feeling right now. Ripple is sending, hey, Judge, look what the judge in Voyager said. Look what the Judge Gorsuch at the Supreme Court said about fair notice. All of these things are happening after. She's getting more information. Look at the SEC's conduct. Look at Binance. Look at the CFTC. All of this stuff is happening in the background where you got guys like me saying the regulatory clarity is going to come from her. You've got the library decision. You don't think she's aware of all this? So this decision is as big of a decision that this judge has ever faced. Think about it. What other decision is as big as this decision when it comes to global trade and finance in modern history? I've said before that this case is the most significant non-fraud SEC enforcement action since 1946.
So after watching that back, I actually noticed something that I didn't notice the first time I watched it, and that was John Deaton's comment around, hey, do you think Judge Torres is watching the library ruling? But when he says it, he implies, yeah, she's watching that ruling. And one thing I was thinking is, of course she's watching it. John Deaton was literally in that case. And then I thought, wait, what did John Deaton do in that case? He forced the judge and the SEC to admit that the token itself is not the security. I don't think there is any way we are going to get a ruling from Judge Torres where she says that XRP itself is a security. I think because of people like John Deaton, that probability is now zero. But when will we even get this ruling? Well, Ashley Prosper actually found out that coming on April 27th, we are going to be officially 52 days away from Judge Torres making her Daubert motion. That motion she actually made back in March. Now, what's so interesting about this is now we are getting very close to the time frame that Judge Torres normally takes to make a summary judgment ruling. That is typically around 60 days. So right now we are right in the middle of the average for how long it has taken her in the past. I really do think it is any day now. I have a feeling these next 2 weeks are probably when we're going to see it. Obviously, like John Deaton said, this case is massive for Judge Torres. She might take a little longer. It's just important to note we are right around the corner. Let's cross our fingers that this thing comes sooner than later, but I'm just happy we are finally in the final stretch here. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming. I hope you enjoyed this update. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. It really does mean so much. And for now, Mickle out.